Okay, welcome everybody. So nice to see everybody, full of joy, full of peace, love, and happiness. I mean, this is the summer. We're going to keep this summer a summer of happiness, regardless of what's going on in the world, because we have to keep that energy, those vibrations, those high vibrations, and that high energy going, no matter what. Um, I honestly caught myself the last week or so, like having bouts of anxiety. And I stop and say, what is it that's causing this? Why am I feeling this way? In meditation for me is one of the best, fastest ways with deep breathing to bring myself out of any type of anxious state. But I narrowed it down to the fact that I was just getting too involved in social media again, like looking at all the stuff that's going on in the world. It's like it's addictive. You have to you want to know about it, but then at the same time you start reading about it and it's negative, and the economy's crashing, and now there's all these people dying of this and that, and the lies and the deceptions that you're hearing in social media. So I had to just stop again and just say, for like 30 minutes in the morning, I'm going to go through and I'm going to post and I'm going to find out what's going on. And then like 30 minutes in the evening, I'm going to get on my phone and I'm going to look through what's going on all my Telegram channels just to kind of update me. And then I'm going to post or share any relevant information with on my Dr. Group Telegram account or the GHI account the Global Healing Institute account. So anyway, this happens to all of us, I mean, this is just like, I try to, share my experiences. And I know that if it's happening to me, and I know how much people are on, social media, then there's just something that needs to be addressed, something that we need to just constantly be aware of. Like if you're feeling any type of negative emotion that comes over you, whether it's fear, whether it's anger, I mean, lots of anger, when you see like the media out there saying that Justin Bieber has this disease and has, paralysis on the side of his face, and what caused it, it does kind of create a little bit of, tension within you. Like I was in another group the other day, which was my Harvard group when I went to Harvard, which by the way, I felt like a grain of pepper and a pile of salt over there. But anyway, I have access to this group of there's probably like 300 or 400 of the wealthiest people in the world. And these are all people from all over the world, because what I did at this elite program at Harvard called OPM, which is all of the people that are successful. They're, multi-millionaires, billionaires, like way more than what I have. But I don't even know why they accepted me, honestly, because it's one of those things that the universe just put me in to learn. And I went through and I really learned how bad the manipulation is at these, really high-end schools like Oxford and Harvard and all that. I mean, they literally play CNN all day long throughout the whole school. And even when you're in the classes, I mean, the professors are just, it's so, the indoctrination is so strong. I mean, they couldn't do it to me because I already, had awakened. But the moral of the story that I'm trying to say is, just the other day, during the pandemic, so I got access when I graduated. So I'm an alumni, and so I have access to this elite group of all these, millionaires, billionaires. And it made me realize that the supposedly smartest people in the world, the ones that have all the billions and the $1 million companies, are the ones that try really, really hard to keep suppressed. I'm talking about the cabal. I'm talking about the dark forces at play. I'm talking about the individuals that are controlling us, that are controlling the world. And their number one priority is to keep the people with the most money in the dark, to keep those people brainwashed the most. because their biggest fear is people with lots of money and connections waking up. That's their biggest fear. And what happened was when the pandemic, whenever the shot came out, literally everybody on this group that I'm in was bragging about flying their private jets from India and Dubai and all over the world to the United States so they could be the first ones in line with their families to get injected. And yesterday, or a couple of days ago, they're all sick. They're all like, completely brainwashed. Someone was asking about neurological issues or migraines or something like that. Now, basically, during the pandemic, I started trying to educate them, and I started posting all this other stuff on there about, the truth. It kicked me out for good. So I had to stop posting on there. But I was trying to wake them up. I was like, hey, these are all the people that need to be awoken. They're the ones that can actually make a difference. I mean, we all make a difference. Don't get me wrong. We can all make it. We make differences every single day. Can you imagine if we had somebody on the good side, like a George Soros? Like if we had a white hat person that cared about saving humanity, that had billions and billions of dollars, that could counteract all of the money that George Soros is putting into Antifa and all of the other organizations that are trying to destroy us, and BlackRock and all that. Like, we don't have that. That's one of the things we're missing on our side. We have the power of love. We have the power of God. We have the power of energy. We have the power of vibration, but in the world we live in, sometimes you need to, it costs money to get things done too. And, so I was trying to say, oh, well, maybe this is the opportunity. Maybe this is why I got chosen. Maybe it's because, now I can educate all these people and we can awaken them. And that didn't work out. They basically threatened to kick me off. But the other day, someone was having some neurological issues. And of course, anytime you're having neurological issues or migraine headaches or anything like that, it's all chemicals. Mostly it's because they're drinking Diet Cokes, or they're drinking diet drinks, or artificial sweeteners, or food dyes. I mean, all the excitotoxins and neurotoxins that are in the diet and things people are drinking. So there's a great documentary. I think I might have posted it anyway. It's called Sweet Misery. It's a little old, but it's a really good documentary that talks about the dangers of aspartame and the dangers of artificial sweeteners and how they can into play, and it's on YouTube. And so I post a video on YouTube on the Harvard group that I'm in and say, hey, maybe this will help. If everyone should really look at what they're consuming. And I got like this one guy that posted, oh, and the earth is flat too. And, this is going on and this is going on. And, oh, and climate change is fake. And he starts just like going off on all these different things to try to counteract me. And it was within a minute of the time I posted it. And I'm thinking, how he didn't even have time to watch a minute of it. I mean, how's that even possible? Like, he's jumping to a conclusion and judging because I'm posting something on there to try to help people deal with their neurological issues, deal with their migraines, deal with their headaches and all that. And here's this guy jumping on there and just, ranting about, conspiracy theories, like how he's, just super far left, super, against all this stuff. So anyway, I just said, wow, I never knew you were a conspiracy theorist. And then one other person actually backed me up on the chat. And I don't even know why I started talking about that, because, with me, I just end up talking about whatever comes out. But it just goes to show you that how much help the people that are vibrating on a lower vibration really need. I mean, it's just, sometimes it just hits me upside the head and I'm just like, wow. It's just, we're definitely, and it gives me a lot of feeling of gratefulness because we all could be in that same spot right now, you know? And I was at one point in time like that whenever I was trained allopathically before I, had my awakening into the natural field. Basically, everybody is taught from the time you're born until you possibly awaken somehow, or somebody awakens you, or you read something, or something clicks, or you go through some trauma, or you go through something in your life that changes you. We are all fed misinformation, and we are all being brainwashed from the time that we are born into this world. So everyone on this call is, awakened. I don't know when your awakening happened. Thank God mine did right before I went in to apply for the MCATs and go into heart surgery in the medical model. Maybe I would have woken up, after that. But we all have a certain time in our life that I think we awaken.